report showed that when selecting an FX trading venue, unsurprisingly, liquidity was voted the most important factor. But could you also speak about the second most important factor being an end-to-end workflow that you, Bart, also mentioned in the beginning? Maybe we can touch on that a little bit further.
Sure. I think we already mentioned this in the beginning. So I think that full chain of actually getting yourself from a pre-trade basis to a trade basis to a post-trade basis, reporting basis, back towards almost the pre-trade basis is the key to the success where you actually really need to be. You need to have the right tools on the right moment to really execute in that correctly. That ecosystem of effects, which means all elements of each part of the trade needs to be sitting together in order to be actually successful in where it sits. It's not anymore about doing that really one trade and then you actually get all your revenue out of it and into it. No, it's making sure you sit at the right moment, because doing that right trade is based on decisions what you do pre-trade. When do I actually see the market moving? Where do I actually get the analysis? What are the correct forward points which I actually really look for in the market? Where is my price against where the market price actually at this moment is? That whole analysis in front of what you actually sit on the pre-trade basis needs to lead towards the trade in itself. And once you actually sit in the trade, the execution element is now through an algorithm to yourself, risk transfer, whatever it is, but you use as a tool to actually do your execution. It becomes important again to really understand from my pre-trade, when I'll go over to my analytics, where was that really important for myself, how it influences the trade moment. And then you go back to the post-trade, which means the booking, but also the analysis which actually comes out of it. What did I do from pre-trade to trade? Did it actually come out what I was actually looking for? How do I actually really work from there? And how do I understand what I did? Can I improve it? Or did I actually do the best what I could? And that's where we actually really work. So that whole analytics then further on, which comes into it in the post-trade piece. But then also, once you actually have the risk factor out of it, once you actually have managed that position, it sits in somewhere in a risk position. What is your P&L which you actually generate out? What is your risk which you actually come out of it? Do I need to adjust it based on where the movement of the market is? So it's really that whole chain from end to end, and that makes the ecosystem so important, and which makes you a successful part or not.